Guys, please confirm. All of you get my voice on screen. Those are attending in online. Guys, please check it. All of you get my voice on screen. Those are attending in online. Is my voice is clear to all of you? Guys, please confirm to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Right, sir. And check it. What we completed there in the last class. What we understand in the last session there. I think we are preparing an example. Then inside this example here we have done like what there. Two operations can be completed here. What two operations can be completed there? One is like search module we completed. Then after that, what next one here? No. Apart from the search module and add module here we completed. Add module. Then what next one here? Search module. Okay. All right. So now today we are going to understand. Now we are going to understand like what there. Third one. What is this third one here? This is like update module. Guys, all of you observe carefully. Now here we have to go for like what there? Update module. Okay. Before this, in add module, first we are checking whether the student is existed or not. If the student is existed, then we have to display like what there? Student existed already, employee existed already. If employee is not existed there, then only we are inserting the data, employee data into the database table. That's the point here. Okay. Now here, in this scenario, to check whether these employees exist or not, that we have done it now in the DAO implementation. That's okay. Then in DAO implementation, we'll see that the optimization of the code later on. But now observe carefully. Observe carefully, guys. Now in case 3 here, I'm going to use like further update. If it is update here, then what we have to do there? System.out.println of. Now here I want to display like what there? Update module, update employee module. This data here we provided update employee module. Okay. Then whenever we are having update employee module, then here what we are able to do there inside this. For example, I need to provide. I have to ask that user enter employee number, and then it will be like what there employee number. Employee number colon. Here user will give that employee number there. I need to get that employee number. NO is equal to integer dot parse int of buffered reader. Here we have to take dot what method here we have to use the readline method. So employee number we are getting in the form of like what there directly here we are getting in the form of integer ENO. After that we have to check whether employees exist or not. After that we have to check whether these employees exist or not. To check whether employees exist or not, then what we have to do there? Now we need to call search method. Not required to go for any hard-coded data. Not required to go for any hard coding data. Just we have to go for like what there search method. If we can access it now. Employee is equal to directly here employee service. That means already we have that what there employee service. Employee service dot search employee where employee number already we have taken that. That we can do. If employees existed here, If employee is existed there, if employee is already existed, then it will return employee object. If employee is not existed, then such employee method will return null value. On the basis of that, we are going to decide whether employees exist or not. Now, observe carefully. In this example here, what I am telling now, I will check this. If employee double equals null, if employee double equals null, then what is the meaning of it now? If employee double equals null, then what is the meaning of it now? Not available. For example, else in the sense like what they know, employee is existed. When employee not existed here, then we have to provide the status like what the system outlet println of. Here we have to write like what their status employee not existed. Status is like what their employee not existed. Else what? Okay, else what in the sense then what we have to provide there system outlet println of status is like what their employee existed. When employees existed, then I need to perform updations or not? I need to perform what they know updations here we have to perform. Am I right or not? But how updations are going to be performed? How it is possible to provide updations? If we observe this clearly, now I'm going to provide the data. What data here I'm going to provide there? Now try to observe this clearly. Now understand it clearly. What updations here we are able to provide there? How these updations are going to be provided here? No. Answer is very clear. First, I will display the old data. Print employee employee name here. I will ask there employee name. Now here I want to provide old data. Old data is available with employee object. Employee dot get ename. We can close this. We can close this. Then after that, this is the old data. Old data. Now here I'll ask that to the user new data. Plus, what is that new data here? We are going to ask there. Now here we'll ask that new data. Then employee will provide like what is the new data. New data will be provided here. Then whatever the new data here we are getting there, that new data here we are able to get in the form of like what is the rename variable. Alright, sir. Now here we can understand like what their ename is equal to buffer reader dot reline method. So here we are using like what is this data. Also guess what I'm telling you now. So here we provided like what is that new data. Okay. Whenever we are getting this new data here, then what next one here after that? Readline method here we are providing no. Inside this readline method, what we have to do there, we are getting the new data. That's okay, fine. Now similarly, I have to ask that user. Now employee name is okay, then employee salary. Old data like what they get is sal. Get is sal. Okay. New data. Here we are asking that new data. But the data here we have to be get in the form of like what there is sal. Cell is equal to integer dot percent of, right? This here we are providing there. That's okay. Now here we are getting cell. Similarly, we have to ask that user employee address. Okay. Employee address. Now here, what we are able to provide it directly, employee address, old, get EADD here. Employee address is available in the form of like what there, EADD here. Employee address is available here, EADD here. Okay. Now here we are getting like what there, all the data here we are getting, no? What data here we are getting there? New data here we are getting, that new data we have to give inside like what there? New data here we are getting inside the new employee object. Now I'm going to create a new employee object, employee, new employee is equal to new employee object here we created. Whenever we create a new employee object, then after that, we have to access that update method. New data is available, then we have to access what their update method. Right. So now, first of all, now new employee dot set envo. Envo value is mandatory. Why? Because we are going to perform like what there updations on the basis of this primary key only. Next one is what there new employee dot set ename ename new employee dot set eval new employee dot set EADDR. This data here we are getting there clearly. Okay. Guys, observe carefully, all of you know. This is clearly the data here what we are getting now. Understand this clear, what I'm telling you. Whenever we are getting new data, then we have to access what their update method. To access this update method here, what we have to do there, string status, I'm telling this, status is equal to employee service dot update employee, then new employee that we provided. Whatever the status values here we are able to get, no, only two types of statuses here we are able to get. What are the two types of status values here we are able to get now? What are the two types of status values here we are able to get here? One is success, another one is what their failure. Right, sir. Success, another one is what their failure. If status dot equals of status dot equals of, guys, observe clearly, status dot equals of equals ignore case method success. If it is success, then we have to display the status value. The status is like what there, system out print error of status is like what there. What is the status value here? I'm telling there. Now here we can understand this clearly. The status value is what there. Student updation success. Right. Else what? If it is not a success, system out print error of status is what there. Student updation failure. Okay. Student updation failure. Right. Now this is exactly like what their update module here we provided. Now we have to go for employee service now. Inside this employee service here, what we have to do there, we have to get that employee DEO employee DO is equal to employee DO factory dot get employee DO. Right, sir. Employee DO factory dot get employee DO. Now here we are getting it. Now simply here we have to call update method. Directly here string status is equal to string status is equal to employee DO dot update method of employee. Right, sir. Then whenever we are getting this, now here what we have to do there, return status value. Service layer is nothing. Now just it is a namesake only. Here we are maintaining that. Okay, leave this. Next one, after that, I must go for like what there DO. In the DO implementation here, we have to provide our content. Right, sir. Now observe this clearly. Here we are using what they know DO. How this DO is provided here, then how we are able to get it. No. Now try to understand this. First of all, here what we have to do there. No need to check whether employees exist or not. Already we confirmed that employees existed. Simply we have to perform updations. Okay. Then where we have to provide what there some string value also, string status also. I have to return the same status value. Right, sir. Inside this try block, then what we are able to get there. Data is available in the form of employee. So what we have to do there, we have to access directly update method. Right, sir. To access this update method, what we require here, session factory and a session. Then after that, what next one again? Transaction update here we required. First of all, let's understand this. Session factory. Session factory is equal to Hibernate util dot get session factory. Then after that here, what we have to get there? Session. Session is equal to session factory dot open session. Okay. When we are getting this open session method, then what next one here? No, just we have to call update method, but transaction object here we required here. Transaction is equal to session dot begin transaction. Then we need to call update method. Update method here we have to call. What is this update method actually? Session dot update method. Okay. Right, guys. Now tell me what we have to call there. Update method only here we have to call session dot update method. Then where we have to pass what they know employee object. That is going to be performed updation skill. Right or not? Now here we have to keep the status is what there. Updations are failure here. Now status is equal to what there success. If any failure case is available, then it will go to what they know catch block. Status is the catch block with a failure. Now as of now, the status is what they know success. Okay. Then what next one here after that? Now updation is completed, then it able to perform updations here. In the case if record is not available, there we are able to get an exception. Okay, but already we checked it whether that employees exist or not. After confirming that only, we are concluding that we are thinking about it. Then updations here we want to perform. Okay. Right, so now let me check this example here. Now transaction here we are performing there, then where we have to perform like what there, commit operation. Transaction dot commit here we have to perform. Then only that updations are going to be saved in our applications now. Observe carefully. Guys, observe carefully what I'm telling to you. Okay. Now see this. In this scenario, one more point here I need to check there. Inside this tester.java, the data we have taken new data. Directly we are providing that new data here. In the case if new data is not available, then what we have to get there? In the case if new data is not provided, then we have to maintain with the same old data or not. If user is not interested to provide new data, just you want to click on just enter button. When we click on enter button, then automatically we have to provide what there. Then old data, whatever the existing data is available, the same old data here we have to provide. That we have not implemented actually. Okay, now let me implement that. Now here, what I am telling now, if now here itself I want to specify that if uname double equals null or uname dot equals of not uname, right? Ename dot equals of empty string. That means if data user has not provided there, then what we have to take now, ename is equal to employee is already existed here. At local employee is available or not? Then already we checked it here. Employee is existed here. Employee dot get ename. Same old data we are setting there. Okay. Observe carefully. Now this is the case now. Now the similarly here we have to implement for what their employee salary. Employee salary. If user has not entered any data, then here what we are able to get there. Here we are able to get like what there number format exception. No data is available. Just we are converting the data to something else. So number format exception here we are able to get now. But this number format exception, then how it is available there? Now here how to handle this particular one? Here we are going to check this one. What here? Now I will go for some other code here, not like this. What I am going to use the code here. What I'm using the code here. String employee sal is equal to buffered reader dot readline method. Now I will check this value. Employee salary double equals null or employee salary dot equals of empty string. If it is a case, if no value is available or if value is provided, if data is not available, then in this case, then here we have to check what their old value. ECL is equal to employee dot what you have to provide there, get ECL. Else what? This is the case when data is not available. In the case if data is available here, what we have to do there? ECL is equal to integer dot percent of direct employee salary here we are going to take. That's it. Original value, whatever the value here we provided, that value here we are able to get. Okay, that's it. Okay, this is exactly the meaning of like what there the point here. Now finally ECL value here we are getting either old value or new value. Here we are getting that clearly. Right, sir. Now we have to check with what their employee address. What exactly that employee address here we have to understand. If EADDR double equals null or EADDR dot equals of empty string. In this case, then what we are able to do there, in this case, then what we are able to do now here we have to provide EADDR is equal to employee dot get EADDR. That's it. That part here we checked here. Even though if we are not entering the data new data, then by default it will take old data. With that old data, it able to update the data. That's okay, fine. Now let me check in employee DO MPL update operation here we performed here, success and failure. Then finally here we are getting some status here now. Please remember this update method is not returning any value. Just void only here it is able to provide no. That's why we are checking like this. Right, so now let me check this update employee. Alright, so now what we are providing there now options here we are asking there. Now before that, before going to see this, first let me check what data is available in EMP1 table. One record is available. Okay. Now let me provide that what are three. Update employee module, employee number. What is it? Employee number here we have to provide there. Employee number would be 222. It has to provide the status was there. Employee does not exist. Employee not existed. Again, I'll provide three. What's the three here I want to provide there? No, employee number 111 existed here. Here we have to enter the data. Employee name. Old is what there? Yeah. And new value here I have to provide. Something else now I want to provide XXX. Employee salary. Old is what there? 5,000. And the new I want to provide there. Now I want to provide what there? 6,000. Employee address. Old is what there? No. Hyderabad. Just I don't want to enter any value for this. Employee address the same Hyderabad here I want to maintain here for me. For the new employee data also in the updations also I want to provide the same data. Okay, just click on enter button. Automatically with the old data that employee is going to be updated. Now student updation success. Sorry, employee updation, not student updation, guys. Okay, employee updation success. That value here we have to provide. Okay. Right, sir. Now okay, what we have to do there, whether it is updated or not, just I want to check it. There, I have to go for what they know. Like a second option here, I want to check. The second option is what they know, employee search. 111. Data is updated or not? Yes, 111 XXX 6000 Hyderabad. The data here we are getting. That's okay, fine. Now the fifth one is like what I'm telling to you. Right, sir. Sixth one. No. Fifth one here I'm providing it, then exist. Thank you for using this particular one. Is clear? Right. Now this is exactly that application here what we prepared here. Next one, then what I'm telling there, I need to go for like what is the delete operation here we have to implement. Inside this delete operation here, how we are able to perform this delete operation? Let's understand this. In a delete operation, then what we have to do now? Right, sir. In a delete operation, first of all, here what I have to ask there, I have to ask to the user enter some employee number to delete that employee. First of all, let us check this clearly. Now here I want to provide what there. Delete employee module. System outed println. Now here we have to ask the user print method employee number. User will enter that employee number that we have to take like what there. NY is equal to integer dot percent of buffer reader dot readline method. Right. Sir. Then after that, after completion of this, we have to check whether this employee is exist or not. We have to check whether this employee is exist or not. What we have to do there, just simply we have to access the search method. Okay. Now again, employee is equal to employee service dot search employee of ENO. If employee is existed, if employee is existed, if employee is existed, then we have to delete it. If employee is not existed, then what we have to do there, just simply we have to say like what there not existed here. Right, sir. Now get it will return null value if employee is not existed. Employee double equals to null, not existed here. If employee is not existed here, then here we have to display status value employee not existed. Else what? Else what is what they know if employee is existed here. Then here what we have to do there, status is equal to employee service dot delete employee ENO. Now only two values are available for status care, success and failure. If status dot equals ignore case of success, status is equal to success, or else maybe directly here we can display the value system dot out println of status employee employee deleted successful or deletion success. Else what? else in the sense like what they're not success. No, now here we have to provide something else like what they're status employee deletion failure. Right. Employee deletion failure. The data here we are getting. Okay. Employee deletion failure and employee deletion success. Only these values here we are getting. Right. So now this is completed. Then we have to go for like what the employee service IMPL. Inside this employee service sample, just get that employee DO object. Employee DO is equal to employee DO factory dot get employee DO. Then after that, here what we have to do there, string status is equal to employee DO dot what next one here we have to do there DNO. Status value here we have to return as it is. Right, sir. Then after that, when we completed this part here, then what next one now? We had implement like what the DO. Inside this DO, then what we have to do there? Directly here we have to take what the try and catch. Inside this catch e dot print stack trace method. Now okay. String status is equal to double quotation. Now here we are able to return the same status value. Now inside the try block, what we are able to do there, inside the try block. Now here we need to delete the employee directly. To delete that employee directly, then what we are able to do now? What we are able to do there? Directly we have to get that session factory is equal to Hibernate util dot get session factory session object is equal to session factory dot job open session. Okay. Then whenever you are getting this one, then what next one again after getting this session factory, then here we are getting what their session object. Now here we need to get like what the transaction object. Transaction is equal to session dot begin transaction. When we provided this begin transaction, then what next one here? We have to perform like what operation here? No, delete operation here. Right. So now we are able to perform delete operation here. Session dot delete of object is not available. Now here what we have to do there? Now here we need to create employee object actually. Why? Because to perform this delete operation, here we need what they know employee object, and inside this employee object the primary key value is required here. Employee is equal to new employee. And then here inside this employee dot job, what you have to provide the no employee dot set job. ENO. Now here we have to provide like what their employee. Okay. Then what it is returning there, it is not returning any value, just void is a method return type here. Just we can specify like what there transaction dot commit operation. Then after status is what their success. Status is what their success. If any problems are coming there, flow of execution will come to the catch block, then where we are able to see like what their failure. Okay. Now this is a code key. There we are able to check like what their success, that means the delete operation here we are able to check. Okay. Observe carefully. Executed here, we are getting like what their employee management system. Now before going to see this, so what exactly the data is available in the database table, observe carefully. How many records are available? Only one record, no, that I want to delete anyway. Now fourth option here I'm providing there, employee number 555 not available. So status is employee not existed. Next one is after that. Fourth option here again. This time I want to provide existed data 111. Right, the status is what there, employee deletion success. Employee deletion success. Okay. Now I want to check whether this employee is available or not. 111 not existed. Employee not existed. That's it, guys. Now this is overall application here what we provided. So the option is what there, 5 exit from the application. This is that overall information here what we provided here. Okay. This is an example that we have to understand. Guys, will you prepare this example? All of you know. Total application is completed. Now, for the sake of you, I'll upload this document to you. Right, sir. Give a minute of time. All right, sir. Now, in Hibernate 10 a.m., then I want to create a folder, apps folder. Inside this apps folder, I want to upload a file, folder upload. Okay. Completed, sir. Now inside this upload here, just we can get all the resources, whatever the things here we require. No, just we can get it. Okay. If we require anything, just we can use this. that in the Hibernate 10 a.m. That means I given access for Hibernate 10 a.m. There we can see apps also. There we can see the content. Okay. Right, sir. Will you complete this example? Will you complete this example? Yeah, definitely. We have to complete that example there. Try to complete that example. Then after that, tomorrow, I want to take some other new topic, guys. Tomorrow, I will take some other new topic, but try to complete that example before come for tomorrow's class now. Okay, then try to practice it. If you practice it, then we are able to get some clarity over this total content here. Okay, I'll meet on tomorrow. Tomorrow, we are going to see the remaining part. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thanks a lot. We'll meet on tomorrow. Tomorrow, we'll see the remaining content.